All right, guys, this is my 6.7 Powerstroke. We're gonna do an air filter change. Pretty easy to do it. All we're gonna do is pop off these 3 tabs here. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna use a trim tool right here to pop this off. And then we're going to pop the back of this sensor. There's a little clip there, pops off the back. Okay, we pull this out. We will take this out of the trough right here. Okay, then we're going to loosen this 7mm. You can also use a straight screwdriver for that, and also that 7mm bolt right there. We're going to compress this, pull it off, and then we will be able to pull the housing off of the air filter. And we'll pull the old air filter out, clean it, put everything back in that order, and be done. Should take all of about 5 minutes. Really all you need is a 7mm tool, maybe a trim tool like this. You probably could use your fingers to pull this off, but then it would probably be kind of tough to get this clip out. And that should be it, so pretty simple. Real quick, these are the parts I got. So I didn't have a trim tool, went to Napa Auto Parts. The air filter model number is a Napa Gold Air Filter, number 200905. $53 or $54 for that, $10 for the trim tool. They're gonna charge $100 to do this at the dealer, mind you, with a Motorcraft filter, but we'll do it for $70 and we'll have a $10 part that we can keep. All right, guys, well, I was getting 15 miles a gallon city in this stock 6.7 Powerstroke, and I think the culprit is a very dirty air filter. So I've never changed this, it's my bad. As you can see, it's a bit dirty, 22,000 miles. There's a lot of moths and crap down there. I'm gonna vacuum out some sand. So we'll clean all that up, pop the new one in, and go from there. Yeah, sucked up a ton of sand there. And now we'll pop the new filter in. Filters in. Now we just reverse the steps here. All right, I'll be honest and say that this part took me a little bit longer than I expected. The reason being that filter is pretty tight in the air filter box. And so I needed to get the 3 little prongs in the bottom of the air filter cover into their position while also avoiding all of the overhead kind of like lines in order to get the air filter box to hook up correctly. So this part did just take me a little bit longer than somebody who's done it before. Now that I know how to do it, it's pretty easy. But I was messing around with it just because I was careful. I didn't want to bump anything else in there. And as you can see, this engine bay is pretty darn crowded. So I did finally get the 3 little feet to hook in where they needed to. Next part was just attaching the rubber connection there. And again, this part was a little bit harder than I had initially expected, just because I wanted to make sure that it was fully around the areas that it needed to tighten to, and the bottom was kind of getting hung up. So just took a little bit of finessing back and forth in order to make sure that it did have a good seal there. But once I got it, it was pretty easy, and obviously you're just tightening the metal, gosh, I don't even know what it's called. Obviously I'm no mechanic, but just the little clamps that hold that together. So, you know, just take your time. It's honestly a pretty easy job. Anybody with almost no mechanical inclination could do it. It's just a matter of hooking everything up in the same order and way that it was hooked up before. Tighten everything down. There you saw I had to reseat it. And so I'm just getting everything nice there. Now we're tightening those 2 7mm screws that hold the clamp on. And then we're just gonna put the sensor back in and put everything back like it was, the little clip in there, and we're done. Pretty easy. And voila, we're done.